Hello, welcome everyone. It's Meredith. I'm here with our weekend reading for Saturday and Sunday, July 14th and 15th, 2018. We're going to check into the energy atmosphere of the weekend and see what we might be working with. And I'm going to do something different today. I'm going to start with the bottom of the deck instead of doing that at the end. I was reminded very gracefully by someone that if we're setting the theme for the reading, we should start with what's on the bottom of the deck, not finish with what's on the bottom of the deck. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. I am back to using the Bonefire Tarot. I did have a couple of other decks out and they weren't working for me. I just couldn't feel it. So as soon as I picked this deck up, I knew this is the one we need. So we're back to our old favorite, people. And we are starting out with the Ace of Cups. We've seen this card a lot. It's worth being excited about. So where am I going to put Ace of Cups? I'd like you to be able to see it while I read. How about over here, right on that beautiful piece of amethyst? Okay, Ace of Cups, water. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, this is love, relationships, the divine and cosmic gift of the universe responding to us with the kind of relationship we've asked for and been manifesting. So it's the spark of the divine, and it's the spark of the divine within the connectedness between you and your beloved. And this message keeps coming, and my guides are reminding me of it right now. These relationships that we're manifesting, I know I sound like a broken record, but they are unlike relationships that we've had in the past. These beloved relationships, the ones we've left, the ones that left us, they are not comparable to what was. So we've work to do in that arena. Because when you reflect on what you know, and it does not exactly apply very well to what's in the now, this is a cause for adapting and accepting and being willing to not know and go with the flow of not knowing. And we all want a different experience too. That's what my guides are saying. We don't want relationships that we maybe modeled after dysfunction from another time in our lives, or just not even modeled it, experienced dysfunction in relationships. But ultimately it teaches us about ourselves and helps us redefine what we want in life. We're just at such a dynamic frequency of self-connectedness, living from our heart space, that our relationships reflect that, and it's new territory, and it's a bit mysterious, and it's exciting, and it's the living out on the edge of our comfort zone feeling. So all of this is in the Ace of Cups. So it's likely when we turn these cards over, we're going to see some challenge cards, and the challenge is going to be directly connected to what we know from prior life experience, and the best way to navigate ourselves through that so we can bring, our 100% pure, raw, wild self to these new relationships. I'm excited about that. I'm excited for all of us about that. And whether this is in your friendships, in your community of people, relationships within your family, work projects, creative projects, we have fresh, high vibe, dynamic frequency to bring to all of this, most especially though to our beloved relationships. That Ace of Cups is experiencing heaven on earth, which we are heaven on earth. It's falling in love, it's a new partner, it's positive emotions, spiritual growth, kindness, simple joy, appreciation. Yes, appreciation for our journey, appreciation for our partners, appreciation for all of our relationships. Imagine bringing consistently the energy of appreciation and compassion to all of our relationships. Just think for a moment how much that would shift, elevate frequency for us. That feels really good as I say that. All right, let's look at our first card. Six of Cups. We got a lot of light in these cards. Look over here on the Ace of Cups. We have this beautiful sun up here. We've got more sun here in the Six of Cups. Okay, this is water, sun, and Scorpio. It's harmony, reconciliation. We may be reconciling some of our thoughts, feelings, opinions, and ideas. This is what I was talking about. While this is a beautiful card, wonderful high vibe energy, it does introduce a small challenge because we have to recognize that we have a filter that we run everything through that is unique to us. And when we try to run the new relationships through the old filter, it means we get stuff to clear out. So deep emotions from the past appear with the Six of Cups. Also, it indicates running into people that we know from our past. That's another message we had in the last week or so, and how seeing people from our past or people we just haven't seen in a long time, or even an old lover, old partner, can create tremendous contrast. They see you in a new light, you see them in a new light. You're able to see how much you've changed and worked on your stuff. That's a pretty stark mirror sometimes. So go easy with yourselves there. Be kind. Be kind to yourselves. It's integrating past and present because, I mean, we can't erase our history. We've got to bring it, we've got to at least carry the memory of it, but it does not have to dictate our present or our oncoming future. So let's keep that in mind. Let's look at our next card, see what we have. Yeah, the Tower. What did I say about challenge cards? Okay, the Tower has shown up a few times, and my feeling is this filter I'm talking to you all about, running our experience through our filter, this is a little bit of the Tower energy here. We still have some rubble to clear. The eclipse is probably going to put that right in front of our face. We've got 3 eclipses, so there was one yesterday. There's one on the 27th, and there's one on the 11th of August. So look into that for yourselves, see how it relates to you. There's some wonderful people on YouTube that put out messages about this stuff. They're very talented, and they have a lot of knowledge, wisdom, education to share. So certainly check that out, because it'll only add to what we're turning over here in the cards. So the Tower is fire, Mars energy, and it is typically seen as destruction. You know, a foundation crumbles, the tower falls, we're able to see inside the rubble, things we couldn't see that were, you know, hidden behind the walls. I feel differently about this card, though. It's not all that. It's engaging new concepts, which we definitely are. With this dynamic frequency, we're now choosing deliberately, intentionally to live in and from, or to channel through us. We're definitely engaging new concepts, and we're having breakthroughs, spiritual breakthroughs. We're releasing old energies and having a huge shift in awareness. That's what I feel with the Tower today. My guides are chiming in now, and they are definitely in agreement with me on that. Yeah, Ace of Swords. That backs that one up. Brilliant clarity of truth. That's air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, success, beginnings, everlasting strength, our spiritual truth. Also, the aces, they neutralize more challenging energy. So you have an ace sitting right next to the Tower, which is considered a very challenging card in the tarot. And we start our reading with the Ace of Cups. So we've got 2 aces. They're on either side of that Tower. So this, even though it's a major arcana card and it's a more potent energy than a minor arcana card, it is buffeted by these aces. So it takes the sting out of the Tower. This is really about our inner work and our ongoing journey into acceptance of this deliberate frequency we're choosing. and these relationships that we're choosing, the ones we're healing within our community of friends and family, and the ones we're now considering for beloved relationships. Or there are a lot of you that have just stepped into new relationships. I've done reading after reading after reading for people who are in new relationships. I've also done a fair amount for people who are rekindling relationships that they thought were beyond saving. So this is a huge theme, and our manifestation is running harmoniously, synchronistically, right alongside it. So these are all good cards in support of that ongoing message. And a while back I had said that we are in a season of manifestation. That is proving itself out here. It just continues. Each day we do the card readings, that theme shows up. So it's an ongoing process. We'll be dealing with these cards for a little while. That's not a bad thing, though. Practice makes perfect. So the more we talk about it, the more adept we become. Our next card is the Hanged Man, water, Neptune. Seeking enlightenment, yeah. The Six of Cups also talks to me about giving and receiving. And this is our communion, our communication with the all that is, the unified field. This is our soul self-expression, and we're in a period of gaining enlightenment so that we do bring our dynamic self into these dynamic frequencies. This is viewing our situation from a different perspective. Seeking knowledge through the use of our intuitive gifts, whatever they may be. And it's also coming into alignment with the divine plan of the universe. Rising consciousness, incubation. So some of us are sitting on things, we're taking our time, and which is good because we've had a lot of messages about being patient. So taking your time, savoring this experience, not rushing headlong into things, not doing it the way we once did. We want different results, so we've got to do things different. So it's okay to pause, to consider, to contemplate. Oh, I feel something else coming though. What's next? Well, there you have it, the Chariot. That's what I feel. We've had some duality in the cards too, because we've been asked to stay in the conduit of our wide open intuitive channels, to remain enthusiastic, inspired, and allow our wild instinct free reign. And at the same time, we've been asked to be patient, which we see here in the Hanged Man. But here's the duality to the Hanged Man. Here he is, all still, looking for enlightenment, viewing things from a new perspective. You could call that meditation. You could call that yoga even. And then here's the Chariot that's all action and movement. So it's doing all the things at once. That's kind of fun. And it is a little different. It's not so methodical. Water, Cancer, the energy of determination on this card. This is us not quitting. We're just going to keep coming at it, saying, yes, I do like this new dynamic frequency that I'm experiencing. And a message that I often feel on the Chariot whenever I turn that card over is that he does not hesitate. He acts like in a snap. And he does it well. It's not like he acts recklessly. He's got experience. We have experience. So living out on the edge of our comfort zone was a big message in yesterday's reading. There was also methodical energy to that reading too, because we had that Knight of Pentacles, and we had, I think it was the Magician too. And they are teaching us about having stillness in the center of our own action, being patient with that. So there's a lot of energy in the Tower coming down. There's a lot of energy in the sword, the Ace of Swords being thrust into the situation. And there's a tremendous amount of energy in the Chariot, lots of movement. It's garnering our gains and losses. This is what I'm talking about, that filter. The gain is now choosing to live deliberately, intentionally from this dynamic love frequency in our heart space. And that's a gain, but a loss could be trying to run that through an old filter that doesn't even compare to where we are now. So this is something for us to be mindful about. This is something for us to incubate on. Be willing to fly without a net for a little while, people. It's a major departure. Yeah, it is. And that's backed up by the tower. We're doing things differently. So we've taken on a major departure. We're going in a completely new direction. That's adventurous and exciting. Our horizons rapidly expand as we do it too. We're on the road to success and we're reaching for the stars and we're taking charge. We are in the driver's seat. The Hanged Man indicates waiting. The Chariot doesn't. So we're doing things all at once. We're still in a process, but we're not doing it in a methodical way like we once did. In other words, well, this has to be this way before I can do this. And this has to be this way before I can do that next thing too. Now, it's all happening simultaneously. And you know what? My guides are saying it always did happen simultaneously. It was the idea of structure out of what they refer to as the matrix of belief, which made it appear as if we had to have things a certain way before we could live happy. And we're understanding that living happy is a choice right here, right now. And when you live happy, all these other things just start moving, changing, adapting. And it's our willingness to accept that and go with the flow with that that makes things so exciting and adventurous. Justice. 1, 2, 3. We have 4 major arcana cards here. That's really cool. This is air, Libra. You know, because there's so many majors, this backs up what I'm saying, that this is energy that's sticking around for a while. It's not so temporary, but justice. More enlightenment, divine guidance, stability. Definitely needed when you have the tower showing up. And it's also maintaining integrity in our decision-making process, and we're restoring some sort of... Oh, hold on. My guides are talking. Oh, okay. We're aligning with our self-empowerment in the Justice card. I like that because you've got that Ace of Swords right above it. It's a nice alignment. Straight, true, honest, happy. Happy. Okay. This is our weekend message. This should be interesting. Leave some comments. I want to hear what's going on. I'm going to do some clarifying. Why not? I've got the Chuck Spezzano cards again. I shouldn't say I have them again. I leave them out on the table. They're just right here in arm's reach. I'm going to clarify the tower. Let's see what additional energies are in that card for us. What do we got? Healing. Yeah, perfect. We are healing. We're doing that work. And responsiveness. We had this card yesterday too. So part of the healing is that we don't immediately react to things through this old filter I mentioned earlier on. Yeah, we're not reacting out of fear or anger. We're responding, which is a more peaceful energy. Feels like there's more on that. What do we most need to know about the tower? Our old matrix of belief had to fall apart on us. Those old relationships, those prior relationships, we needed to move on from them. They needed to move on from us, because this dynamic energy I keep mentioning is, it's love. And it's love in a way that we've dreamt about and perhaps never quite experienced. This is what we're co-creating. And, you know, as I look at these cards right now, my eyes are drawn to the Six of Cups. And this looks like, you know, a mature person and a child almost. But what I see right now is our relationship to our own self here. This is us giving to us. This is the universe responding to us. That's why the tower had to come down. It didn't work in that old framework, that old structure. This is such a beautiful image of give and receive, participating in your co-creation with the all that is from the unified field, creating this. That's beautiful. Do I want to clarify anything else? Yes, I think the Hanged Man. What do we most need to know about the Hanged Man? Joy. There's enlightenment to be found there, living joyfully. I did just say a few moments ago about choosing deliberately to live happy. For some of us, that takes some contemplation when we're in some incubation even, when we are coming out of these life experiences that really challenged us and perhaps had us thinking in a way that was too structured, too ordered. And the other thing my guides is saying, living with delayed happiness. I'll be happy when. That's an old tape loop that's got to go. Be happy now. Be happy now. There's more they're telling me, so I will keep shuffling. This card keeps showing up. Intimacy. Yeah. That is at the heart of all of it, isn't it? We want to live more intimately with our own selves. And then we want to bring that to all of our relationships, and most especially our beloved relationships. That is powerful, powerful, fulfilling life experience. That intimacy is just, it's precious. And it creates tremendous joy. And when we walk out into our world with that kind of joy radiating from our heart center, we're standing in the grocery store picking up cauliflower and we're laughing with strangers. It can all be generated from this beautiful intimacy with our own selves, how we care and nurture for ourselves, how we treat ourselves, how we speak to ourselves in our inner dialogue, and then how we relate with the most meaningful relationships in our lives. We bring that tremendous magnitude of frequency out into our everyday. We share that, we spread that around. And we end up lifting the hearts of other people in the process. We may never know we do it. We don't need to know we do it. But that's what happens. And then they go home and they share that. And so it's just it's an ongoing thing. It's sweet. So the patience message that we've been getting is so worthwhile, because if that is what is behind staying patient, trusting our process, yeah, that's incredible added value to our now moment. I guess there's more. I don't even know what I'm clarifying, but I'm still shuffling. My guides are encouraging me to do that. Okay. Independence doesn't mean going it alone. That's what my guides are saying. Being independent, living free within your own self does not mean that you are an island or that you are cut off from anything. Like there's this one card on one side of the scale, okay? And then there's all these other cards on the other side of the scale. This is what's tipped in our favor. Okay? I feel done with that. Now we're going to do what we always do at the end of our readings. We're going to pick the Angel Answers card. I will at least pick 3, so ask a question. Ask 3 questions. Okay. There's a consistent one. We've been seeing that a lot. Yes, we're ready. We know we're ready. But we have those tower moments and we pause and we might get a little bit afraid. And the Chariot's here to say, be afraid, do it anyway. Keep rolling. Don't stop. Next card. What we're doing is working for us. Yeah. Take action. Don't hesitate. The Chariot never hesitates. Be patient and take action. Ooh, I got some jumpers here. Look at that, romance. This card shows up over and over again. It's what we're aiming at. So take action in that direction. You're ready for that. We're ready for that. The other one was ask for help from others. Talk to your guides, angels. Talk to people you know, love, and trust. Talk to your own self. Consult your own higher wisdom. Put your hands right over your heart center and go within. Speak to whatever the all that is for you and allow yourself, be willing to be informed by that eternal wisdom. Oh, I got more cards coming. Abundance. I guess just one card coming. But I'm still shuffling. Abundance. This to me talks about these major cards that are down on the table. It backs up for me the season of abundance that we are in. A season of co-creation, manifestation. I just turned a card around backwards here. All right, I guess it's not coming out. Yeah, even the cards are repeating me, so that's awesome. All right, we are going to our affirmation card. I have stuck with the Universe Has Your Back deck. I'm going to ask for the affirmation for the weekend. What affirmation will serve our highest and greatest good? What affirmation? This is for our wild instinct. I like this. I am unapologetic about what I desire and trust that what I focus on will grow. Living happy means you don't apologize for what's in your heart. For you being you. I point this out to other people and certain people point it out to me. We all say I'm sorry far too often. When it's not even necessary, you know? Oh, I'm sorry. What? What are you sorry for? For being you? For, you know, having a faux pas moment? No. That's life. Life's messy. Ooh, I just turned over this deck. And I'm going to take this card off the bottom, if I can. It's stuck to another card. When I think I've surrendered, I surrender more. Yeah. There's always more. And the one it was stuck to was, when I lean toward love, I am led. Yeah. Let's allow love to lead the way for us. Let's allow love to be the chariot. Let's hop on board that bad boy. Okay, I hope you all have a great weekend. Happy Saturday and Sunday. I will be back with Monday's message. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy it, please give the channel or the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you'd like a private reading, all the info is there for you to click on in the description box. Bye for now, folks. My love and blessings to you. Leave some comments. Tell me what's gone on here in these cards. I'd love to hear about it.